Tonight, I'm gonna have myself a real good time. I feel alive. And the world, I'm turning inside out, yeah. I'm floating around in ecstasy, so don't stop me now. Don't stop me, cause I'm having a good time, having a good time. Don't stop me now. Just saying. So, what's going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Dealer, and no, this will not be a Queen review. Even though it'll be something different, more things to my channel. And it's not a review about Bohemian Rhapsody or the movie. Maybe I'll do that sometimes down the line, but it's not a here or there. This is a review for not WWE, where it pertains to Raw, SmackDown, 205 Live, NXT, NXT UK, not even an Impact Wrestling review, and no reviews of Ring of Honor, New Japan, Lucha Underground yet. But I promise you, folks, I will get to that. I will get to that. The way how I'm gonna do it is gonna speed things up when it pertains to that. But this will be your AEW Double or Nothing review, the show from May 25th, 2019. Obviously, with the promotion of All Elite Wrestling, they were in Paradise, Nevada, which is located in Las Vegas, and they were at the MGM Grand Garden Arena, and you have your commentators, which it was Alex Marvez, Excalibur, good old JR Jim Ross, and when it pertains to the women's match, which I'll get to that part of the women's match, Allie, former Impact Knockout, now part of AEW as the All Elite Women's of Wrestling. Yeah, Allie was there on commentary, and she's part of AEW. Your ring announcer, Justin Roberts. Your referees, Aubrey Edwards, Bryce Remsburg, senior referee, Earl Hebner, Paul Turner, and Rick Knox. And you have your interviewer, Ashley Adout. And that's basically it for that one, folks. So yeah, let's get to this pre-show, shall we? The pre-show was called the AEW Buy-In preview. Pre-show, I meant to say, excuse me. Not preview, pre-show. This will feature, the first opening bout basically was that it featured the 21-man Casino Battle Royale, where the winner will receive a future AEW World Championship against the winner of the Double or Nothing's main event. We'll get to that later on too, by the way, folks. We'll take to that too as well. But this match lasted 16 minutes. So here were your participants that already started in the match. And I love how they did this match too, what pertains to the Battle Royale, because they did the whole theme of being in Las Vegas, or what pertains to call Double or Nothing. So the first 5 in the match were the clubs. Then when the next 3 minutes, when the next 3 minutes pass, basically like a Battle Royale and Royal Rumble vibe type of combination of one, So every 3 minutes we get five more participants, which is the diamonds, and then another 3 minutes will pass by for another 5 participants of the hearts, and then another 3 minutes will pass by, and then we get more 5s of spades to come in, and then the final entrance will be one person only. Once 3 minutes passes by, which is the Joker. And you know what I wish they could have done here too? I wish they could have also done a wild card. I wish they could have done that too. Just take a shot at WWE's wild card rule. Just saying. But that's not here or there. So here are the clubs that were in there first. The 5 clubs that were in there first. Dustin Thomas, MJF, short for Maxwell Jacob Freeman, Sunny Days, Brandon Cutler, Michael Nakazawa. And for the five diamonds, we had Isaiah Cassidy, Jimmy Havoc, Joey Janela, who was being upgraded by Penelope Cruz, Brian Pillman Jr., and formerly known as the Perfect 10 Ty Dillinger, still the Perfect 10 though, John Spears, excuse me. Then we get to the five of hearts coming in, which is Billy Gunn, Glacier, Jungle Boy, Mark Queen, and Ace Romero. Then we get to the five of spades coming in there, which was Luchasaurus, Marco Stunt, Sunny Kiss, Tommy Dreamer. I'll get to Tommy Dreamer when I get to him, and Orange Cassidy, and the Joker card. One person from the Joker to enter this battle royal. Hangman Adam Page. Now we're going to go for order of eliminations here, which we have Michael Nakazawa getting eliminated by Sunny Days. Michael Zawa, his whole thing was that he comes up in baby oil, to slide out of any type of wrestling holds that his opponents will put him in. And I enjoyed that part in the match. I thought it was funny. But he ends up being eliminated by Sunny Days. Sunny Days ends up being eliminated by Glacier. I don't know much about Sunny Days, but basically the same thing with Michael Nakazawa. But Sunny Days, I thought he was decent. Nothing to say about him back though. So not much to say about him basically. Glacier got eliminated by MJF. MJF got some heat because of that, because the fans were chanting for Glacier. A WCW gimmick, being the parody of Sub-Zero, got a pop still to this day, because fans still remember who Glacier is. And basically MJF eliminates him, and he got heat for that. There was more heat that MJF got too, what pertains to what happened, when this match began. I'll get to that later. Brian Pillman Jr., eliminated by Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Queen. I think Mark Queen, something like that. I think it's how you pronounce it. If I'm not pronouncing it right, I apologize for that. But I'm trying to pronounce it the best I can. But yeah, Brian Pillman Jr. He had the blonde hair, rocking the Hollywood blonde for his late father, Brian Pillman, Brian Pillman, the late great Brian Pillman. Excuse me. I'm disappointed he got eliminated that early. He didn't do much other than the air Pillman move that Brian Pillman had once done before in WCW. Brian Pillman Jr. did here, and I enjoyed that. Unfortunately, he wasn't there that long, so that kind of pissed me off a little bit. In my mind, it pissed me off a little bit. Isaiah Cassidy gets eliminated by the Luchasaurus. Isaiah Cassidy, not much to say about him. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt to see how far he can go. But for now, I thought he was decent. Mark Queen got eliminated by the Luchasaurus, and Mark Queen, not much to say about him either. But I will give him the benefit of the doubt for down the line if I see him again. Marco Stunt, I remember seeing him from All In, from the Battle Royale, when it pertains to the over the budget Battle Royale that they had, where he was taking a lot of stunts in the match, and he was doing it here too. And he's a small guy, obviously, but I like him though. He's taking these type of bumps that's guys like him should take. But he has been eliminated by Ace Romero. Sean Spears gets eliminated by Dustin Thomas. Sean Spears, he did the 10 thing, and the crowd power for it. They're going 10, 10, 10, 10. Sean Spears had some kind of cool eye contacts he had on. I thought it was pretty cool. So yeah, Sean Spears is getting that the proper respect that he's getting, like when he got to the main roster of the WWE when he was Ty Dillinger. So, Ace Marrero, he was a big, like a big Samoan type of guy. He was, and he impressed me in this match. But he ends up being eliminated by, of all people, Jungle Boy, who's not nowhere like the size of Ace Marrero, but Jungle Boy, and let's eliminate him. I'll get to more Jungle Boy when I get to him later. Dustin Thomas. Dustin Thomas is the one wrestler in that match who is basically have no legs. Like literally, folks, he has no legs. And I thought he was impressive for the stuff that he did. He did a 619. Now, of course, he couldn't run the ropes because he has no legs, obviously. So he did the 619 at one point. He has eliminated Sean Spears in the match. He missed the ropes, of himself, to do some on-screen or move. I thought it was pretty cool. Dustin Thomas impressed me here in this match. Unfortunately, got eliminated by MJF, and MJF got massive heat because of that. Because he kept attacking Dustin Thomas from the beginning during the beginning of this match because he's a MJF is that type of dude to be an asshole, and that's what he is. He's an asshole. He's a legit asshole. Oh my god. But Dustin Thomas, he was very good. Now I don't know if they're going to feature him that much whenever they get on TV on this fall, but I think he's going to appear more down the line of future events for all elite wrestling. So we'll see how his road turns out to be. But yeah, I thought it was alright. Billy Gunn gets eliminated by Brandon Cutler. Basically, I'm going by orders of eliminations of what pertains to the names. Then Brandon Cutler gets eliminated by MJF. Now I don't know what Brandon Cutler did much in the match, but I'm gonna give him more of a benefit of the doubt to see what else he can do in the future of AEW. Bad boy Joey Janela. He at one point was smoking a cigarette in the match, and then Jimmy Havoc takes the cigarette from him, and he had a staple gun. Stapled the cigarette into his forehead, and while it was lining up and all that, I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, holy shit, that was insane. But Joey Janela, he was obviously, I remember him by watching him from All In against Hangman Page. He even had a stare down with Hangman Page in the match as well during this match. Reliving their history. So Joey Janela gets chokeslammed by Luchasaurus outside the ring, with a table that was raised up outside the ring by, I believe it was Tommy Dreamer at the time. And Joey Janela spiked head first through a table. Like, by God, Luchasaurus killed him. Like, that was sick. Now, Joey Janela is used to is known to take these type of moves. Take these type of spots. Where he look like he ends up almost killing himself. Where the crowd are going to chant, "Please don't die," to Joey Janela. Well, luckily he didn't die. So yeah, he cheated death once again. Oh god, here we go. Sunny Kiss. Y'all, I'm pretty sure y'all already know. Actually, as a matter of fact, I don't remember if I ever did a video on my channel where we talking about Sunny Kiss. But I remember talking about that on the Asylum. For those of you who follow Mr. Green 21 or subscribe to him on YouTube, what pertains to the Asylum show, what pertains to live reactions for Impact Wrestling. Y'all know what I'm talking about what pertains to Sunny Kiss. So Sunny Kiss, I'm gonna get to more of that one too when it pertains to Lucha Underground whenever I get a chance to do that review. I'm just saying. But Sunny Kiss. Basically, he's got makeup on like a woman. He walks like a woman, talks like a woman, acts like a woman. He's basically trying to look like a woman. Except for one thing, he doesn't have a long hair. He's got short hair, basically looking like he could be Dennis Rodman's gay brother. By the way, I'm almost a week 2, by the way, folks. Just saying. Look at this. Check this out. This is me having a good time here, by the way. Have a good time, don't stop me, don't stop me. That's the reason why I'm wearing a week 2, by the way. It has nothing to do with this video. It's just, I just decided to bring it up just for the heck of it. But anyways, back to Sonny Kiss. So Sonny Kiss, he's a good wrestler. The problem is just, I'm just not a fan of what he does in the ring. I'm not a fan of how he carries himself. I'm not a fan of he's all about. Now, if I don't mind him being gay. I have no problem with gays. No problem with gays at all. But don't try to show that down my throat of me liking this shit. And what I didn't like about this shit, where we changed the same kiss, he got Tommy Dreamer, in the corner. He got him by the head with his legs, and basically brings him to his ass. Basically having Tommy Dreamer bump it on his ass, and then having him next to his ass as he's shaking his ass on Tommy Dreamer's face. Now, when Naomi does that in WWE to women's, in matches, I'm fine with that because that's the type of stuff I enjoy. I did not enjoy this at all. Sonny Kiss could the least Sonny Kiss could have done that too was to at least to a woman's wrestler, at least, But it had to be a man, and I can't believe that Tommy Dreamer agreed to do that spot. But this is the same guy who ate or drank Undertaker's tobacco spit, eating hair, eating stuff. Back in the day where he was in WWE. So, oh my God, why Tommy Dreamer? So as Sonny Kiss was doing that to Tommy Dreamer eliminates him, and that was it for Sonny Kiss, and I was like, thank God. We get Orange Cassidy out there. He basically had no facial reaction. It was just this. That's it. That's his reaction to everything, which I thought was funny though. So he ends up getting eliminated by Tommy Dreamer, and he knows so that either, or just him being eliminated. And he's like, whatever. But I like it though. I like what they did there. And then Tommy Dreamer got eliminated from the match by Jimmy Havoc. Then we get to Jungle Boy. Jungle Boy is the son to the late great Luke Perry from Beverly Hills 91210. Yeah, I think it was that show. So, Jungle Boy was impressive in this match. He looked the part. He looked like he really did grew up from a jungle, with his hair, with his outfit. Well, basically with his tights and his boots and all that. But other than that, yeah, he looked like he was a legit jungle boy, coming up from a jungle. I enjoy that. That's the type of character I love to see. And someone to take it seriously, So yeah, he was pretty impressive in the match. He ends up being eliminated by Jimmy Havoc. Excuse me. Jimmy Havoc gets eliminated by the Luchasaurus. I already talked about Jimmy Havoc already. There's something he's doing in the match, and I like Jimmy Havoc. He's very good. Then Luchasaurus gets eliminated by Adam Page. Luchasaurus was impressive, obviously, and Luchasaurus came from Lucha Underground, when he was just called Vibara. And at the time when he first debuted, with the mask that he wore, with him being the big lizard, I enjoyed seeing that mask of Luchasaurus. And at the time too, by the way, in Lucha Underground, that's when the crowds were chanting to Vibara, saying Luchasaurus, and that's where he got the name of Luchasaurus. And then all of a sudden, his mask starts to change. And I'm like, I'm not a fan of that mask, but it's whatever. And then he started to do more of these gimmicks of his mask and everything, with some tiny horns and all that. And I'm like, yeah, I don't like it. I like the original mask better because at least with that one, he looked like he was a Luchasaurus. This one, it just doesn't look good, unfortunately. But nevertheless, Luchasaurus was impressive, and he has to get eliminated by Adam Page. And by the way, this is during the time where MJF was outside the ring. The whole thing where I thought he was eliminated. But no, he wasn't. Because the bell rang, because we all thought Adam Page won. No, that wasn't the case at all. And also, we got MJF coming in, tried to eliminate Adam Page, but Adam Page fights him back and all that, and they start fighting everything. Adam Page gets in the buckshot lariat and gets him out of the ring, and Adam Page is your winner of the Battle Royale, of the Toronto Casino Battle Royale, and he gets a future AEW World Championship title shot that he's going to be getting whenever they decide to do that match. I'm assuming they're probably going to save it for the next pay-per-view in August, which I'll get to that when I get to it. After I'm doing this review. So yeah, Adam Page wins. Good. I mean, I expect Brian Pillman to last longer. Obviously Brian Pillman Jr. But yeah, I'm cool with Adam Page winning though. Him and Page. And I feel that they need to do something with Adam Page anyways because Adam Page was supposed to have a match against Pac, but unfortunately that didn't happen. I think it's because basically almost some creative dilemma, something like that was going on, and on top of that with the visa issue, and then with the whole thing with Dragon Gates, they didn't want their champion of Dragon Gates to lose, or in a way, because that probably would make Dragon Gate look bad and all that. So it was unfortunate about that whole situation, but it's not you are there. But either way, yeah, there you go. Total eliminations. Luchasaurus had 4, with the most eliminations. MJF had 3, coming close to being second runner-up. Tommy Dreamer, Adam Page had 2, along with Jimmy Havoc. Dustin Thomas, Sunny Days. Brandon Cutler. Isaiah Cassidy. Glacier, Jungle Boy, Mark Queen, Ace Romero, and yeah, that's it. All of them with one eliminations, and the rest of them 0 eliminations. And so, chance to throw out their opponents. But yeah, that was that match. Before I move on, let me see if they happen after the match is over. Which I got another note here. Let me just double check here. Yes, there was. So, after the match was over, Jim Ross was not on commentary yet. He wasn't on commentary until the main show of AEW, of Double or Nothing. But yeah, Alicia allowed interviewing Kylie Ray. And Kylie Ray was so excited to be there and all that. Also, you get the librarian Peter Avalon, I think that's how you say his name, and he was like, shh, because because his gimmick that he's a librarian, and all of a sudden we get Leva Bates coming in, which formerly known as Blue Pants from NXT, and she was like, shh. Basically, her gimmick is that she mimics Minigan, I think that's the word to say. Basically, she's doing a parody of those type of wrestlers that what pertains to the characters and everything. And she's best known doing that too plenty of times in a couple of indies promotions. And she did it here with Peter Avalon. And they kept doing the shh to each other, shh, shh, shh. They basically out shh with each other. and Alicia and didn't want to have any of it, and she walked away. And yeah, Kylie Ray in the middle of it, just happy to be there, smiling. I thought that was hilarious. That was a hilarious segment. Alright, now we get to the next match, the next pre-show match, which it was Kip Sabian. Never seen before, but after seeing him in this match, I'm impressed to see how good he is, and to see I want to see more of this guy. But he went up against Sammy Sammy Guevara from Triple A, and he's known to be the best. That's it, just the best, and basically self-proclaimed the best. And he's one of the best cruiserweights in Triple A. This match lasted 10 minutes, and this match was very good. Both guys looked good. And I don't remember I mentioned on the preview, but I said something about Sammy Guevara that I didn't know much about him. Which I still don't know much about him, but I do remember him from the rally where they were talking about the Double or Nothing event for AEW, and he was gonna be a part of it, and he was part of the pre-show obviously. But yeah, but both guys in this match looked good. Looked like $1 million, looking like they're basically smelling like roses. Shout out to Stone Cold Steve Austin who once said that about guys getting over in matches or pertains to what WWE doesn't do. Just saying. So yeah, I enjoyed this match, and at the end, Kip Sabian wins the match. Well, it's I was like, wow, I was impressed with both guys. And let's keep this momentum going, right? Let's keep it going. So before we get to the opening show of the main show of Double or Nothing, we're still on the pre-show, and we see a video package of Sadie Gibbs. Don't know who she is, but there was basically doing a video package of her skills in the ring, and I want to see what she can do whenever when they decide to bring her in to AEW. I'm excited to see what she can do. These new up and comers stars, new and fresh stars that I want to invest in, and that's all I look for in wrestling. And then we see Jim Ross, is getting ready to walk up to the broadcast table. He's having for an entrance. He's going to join with Alex Marvez and how you say his name again? Excalibur. Yeah. And then we get to we see a dog, Pharaoh, head popping out of the truck that's been ride by Brandy Rose and Cody. And then he sips a coffee and gives Brandy a kiss, and they start heading into the arena. We see Kenny Omega appearing, watching the show on his laptop, and gives cameraman two thumbs up, two big thumbs ups, whatever. Then we get Matt Jackson walking around backstage, and he meets up with Michael Zawa. And Michael Nakazawa was introducing himself, saying, "I'm Michael," and then he goes to pull Mike Jackson back because Mike Jackson was going to walk off, and he's like, "Michael Nakazawa," and he walks away, and then Mike Jackson looked a little bit pissed off after that, and then Nick Jackson walks by, basically bumping each other, just like that, and he's like, "You okay, man?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm good," and then all of a sudden, they get some guy saying something, he has to sign something, and then here's something to sign, and Nick Jackson gives him a super kick, and the paper starts flying everywhere. I thought that was funny. And finally, we get to the elite. Now all they were missing was him and Paige to be part of that as well. But it was just Cody, Brandy, Matt, Nick, and Kenny. And then let the dog Pharaoh somewhere out of nowhere. Someone to take care of Cody and Brandy Rose's dog. So they opened the show. They're bittering. Cody's to welcome the crowd, but then Matt Jackson wanted to welcome the crowd, but then Nick Jackson wanted to welcome the crowd. And then Kenny was like, maybe I should do it, guys. And he's like, welcome to AEW, Double or Nothing, and the crowds were chanting AEW, AEW, AEW. It's basically the new chant for EC Dub, EC Dub, EC Dub. And then Matt Jackson was like, we see 20,000 people, and then Cody's like, no, actually, it's actually 30,000 people. He said 13,000, I meant to say. No, actually, it's 13,000. That's the best we could fit in here. And it's like, and then Matt Jackson was like, well, you know how pro wrestling is. You had to round things up. And then Cody's like, you know what, you're right. Basically, it was them taking a shot at WWE. You know how WWE always lie about their attendance records and everything, where it takes to WrestleMania and whatever. So that's what they were doing there. They were taking a shot at WWE for that. So I enjoyed that part. And Brandy Rose started talking about making history, and then Cody Rose said, this is a revolution. And also it starts fading to black, and then we get to the opening video package for Double or Nothing, and then we get to the opening, opening of these three people. I already forgot their names. I wish I had it down here too, but it's not there. But they were the Jacksons. Their last names were Jacksons. I mean Jackson, and no relations to Michael Jackson's, other Jackson family. Is a different Jackson family. No relations to those Jackson families. Where it pertains to Michael Jackson and Janet Jackson, not those Jacksons, just a different Jackson's family. So they start singing the Star Spangled Banner, and we have pyro for that and everything. And then after the song was over, which I thought they all three of them did a good job. The mother, the father, and the daughter, they all did a good job singing the song. And they started doing more pyros after the song was over. And then that's when we get to the opening. Then that's when we actually get the opening of the show, and they get pyros and everything. I'm like, yeah, we're stoked, man. This is better than any other EP reviews where it pertains to pyros, Because the only time we do get pyros for WWE is either WrestleMania or when they go to Australia or Saudi Arabia. We can't get those monthly pay-per-view pyros anymore, which is bullshit. So anyways, so we get the opening match, which it was, Christopher Daniels, Frankie Kazarian, and Scorpio Sky, known as the SoCal Uncensored, which is SCU. They came out and they did a stick where Scorpio Sky said, "Las Vegas, Nevada, this is the worst town we've ever been in." Oh my god. And then Christopher Daniels says, "But this is our favorite worst town to ever be in." Because Las Vegas, Nevada, where it happens in Vegas, stays in Vegas. And then Christopher Daniels was singing a song and relate to Queen. He was saying, "Tonight we're gonna have ourselves a real good time." For pertains to Double or Nothing. So I enjoyed that part though. And on top of that, Christopher Daniels had on the mic stand like Freddie Mercury has done back in the days. It was cool. Nice touch there for what pertains to adding Queen in wrestling. And then Frank Kazarian ends up by saying if Cross can say SCU, it will make his day. And then count 3, 1, 2, 3, SCU. So they went up against Strong Hearts, which is Sema, T-Hawk, and El Lindemann in a 6-man tag team match that lasted 13 minutes and 40 seconds. Good match, good opening match that they had. SCU obviously always impressive, and then you had Strong Hearts. They impressed me more in the match as well. It's my first time seeing these guys, and obviously with Sema's been wrestling for a long time, and in his 40s, he still looks good. And the way he wrestles too, still looks good as he wrestles. I was very impressed with the Strong Hearts faction, And in the end, you have SoCal and Sunset winning the match. With Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian doing the best Meltzer ever. Tag team move, basically. Basically, it's a tombstone by Frankie Kazarian, while Christopher Daniels does for the best moonsault ever, and then, with the whole thing with boom, driving the opponent down. Now, I don't remember who it was who took the fall. I think it was either Lindemann or T-Hawk. But either way, no matter, because SoCal and Censor, SCU wins the match. Hold on a sec, folks. Yeah, sorry about that, folks. So, also let me get to Ali. Ali joins the commentary booth with Jim Ross, Alex Marquez. Maybe look at his name again. Alex Marquez, Excalibur, and Jared Jim Ross was joined by Ali on commentary. Ali, formerly known as the Impact Knockouts from Impact Wrestling, now part of AEW. So Ali, it could be all about Ali in AEW. That way, it won't be all about Ali in Impact Wrestling anymore. Just saying. But she commentates for this match with what pertains to the three-way women's match between Kylie Ray, or should I say Smiley Kylie Ray, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, and Nyla Rose. Nyla Rose who's the transgender wrestler. So the match is going to begin, but all of a sudden Brandy Rose comes out. She's in wrestling gear. She's kind of promo about, she wants this match to not only be good, she wants this match to be awesome. I was to myself, wait, so you're going to make this match awesome? I don't know, with your wrestling, I doubt you'll make any match awesome. So it wasn't her in the match though. It was Awesome Kong. And I lost my shit. I'm like, what the fuck? They got Awesome Kong? Wow, what a surprise that was, man, So the match ends up being a four-way match for the women's, which lasted 11 minutes and 10 seconds. And by the way, the six-man tag team match lasted 13 minutes and 40 seconds. In case if I didn't brought that up. And also from the pre-show where it pertains to Kip Sapien versus Sammy Guevara. It was 10 minutes the match lasted. Just if I didn't mention that part. But this match, the four-way match for the women's, 11 minutes and 10 seconds. Match itself, and Brandy was there at ringside for Awesome Kong. And I thought the match it did live up to the expectations, when it pertains to being an awesome match. Now, with Awesome Kong, she did a little bit in the match, but she didn't do a whole lot in the match. Same thing with Nyla Rose. Nyla Rose did some parts in the match, but didn't do much either. Were also retains Awesome Kong as well. The two people that did do something in the match, but for the two that did something in this match, obviously that carried the match in my opinion was Kylie Ray and Britt Baker. And Kylie Ray was basically oh my gosh, she was turning it up. She was getting intense, so that I enjoyed this match. And then in the end, Britt Baker is winning the match against Kylie by beating Kylie Ray, by pinning Kylie Ray. And I'm trying to remember what move she did. It was one of Adam Cole's moves though, because Britt Baker is the girlfriend to Adam Cole, baby. Just saying. But I think it was the suplex neck breaker. I think it was. I remember she did that move though to Kylie Ray, but Kylie Ray is kicking out of it. I think it was a Shining Wizard basically. Oh no, I'm sorry, I remember now. It was the Ushigoroshi move that Adam Cole does too. That was the Britt Baker's finishing move. So yeah, she ends up winning Kylie Ray, and this was an awesome match. Like Brandy Rose said, it was an awesome match. Not because of Awesome Kong, obviously, but the match. Either way, the match would have been awesome either way. Either with or without Awesome Kong. Either way. Then we get to Best Friends, Chucky Taylor and Trent Barretta versus and Hannibal and Jack Evans in a tag team match that lasted 12 minutes and 35 seconds. This was a good tag team match. Both teams looked good, but the one that shined the most was Hanigo and Jack Evans. But unfortunately, they didn't win the match because they're best friends as they win the match instead. Trying to remember how they won the match though. Oh yeah, I remember the strong zero double team move, which is like a folded up tombstone. What Traberlo is going to do, while Chucky T does a double foot stomp on top of the top rope to put more impact into the move onto a Hanigo. I believe it's a Hanigo. No, I see Jack Evans. My apologies, Jack Evans. And then the best friends won the match. After the match, the best friends won to give to give a hug to a Hanigo and Jack Evans, because the best friends are always about hugging, right? So also they're gonna embrace and hugging all that, but the lights goes out, and then it comes back on, and we see two guys that are obviously a tag team. One of them in the mask, and one of them that's not wearing a mask. And I'm wondering who are these guys? And then the lights goes back out again, only for the lights to come back on again, and we see a group of guys surrounding the ring with masks on, and they beat up on the best friends, Hanigo and Jack Evans, along with the two guys that appeared in the ring first. That appeared there first. So, and basically, who are these guys? Now, their name, I don't see the names here, but the name here, I see here looks familiar. Not because of the video game, basically not just because of the video game of Nintendo, but because of the tag team name that's going on in the Indies, which they're called the Super Smash Brothers. Yes, the Super Smash Brothers are part of AEW now. Now, here's the thing too. I doubt they're going to be called the Super Smash Brothers because the commentators didn't want to acknowledge them being called the Super Smash Brothers because, copyrights. So if anything, they could probably change the names of them and be called something else. What would it be called? What becomes similar to Super Smash Bros? I have no idea. But I have faith in AEW to come up with it, to think of something for them, of a name for them, or maybe they could call themselves the Super Smash Cousins, or I don't know. What actually, that would make any sense because they're supposed to be brothers, not cousins. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure AEW is going to think of something, and I'm pretty sure these guys, can think of something too. But they can't be called the Super Smash Bros. Because they want to get copyrights from Nintendo. So, but besides that, so they beat up on Jack Evans and Hanigo and the best friends to end the show, and then everybody crowd's chanting, "Who are they?" And they were booing, and that was basically it. They didn't completely crap on it, but they did not enjoy that debut. They expected someone else to make a debut, but unfortunately that's not what they got. That's not what they wanted. Instead they got something that they didn't want at that, just for that one time. Alright guys, now it's time to get more fun what pertains to this review, because up next we get to the 6-women tag team match, which lasted 13 minutes and 10 seconds. And in the match you had Hikaru Shida, you had Riho Abi, and you had Ryu Mizunami, and they went up against Aja Kong, Yuka Sakazuki, and Emi Sakura. Yeah, so and bear with me, folks. These are obviously Japanese names, so bear with me for that one. So my first look of Hikaru Shida, meant to say. Hikaru Shida. My first look at her, she had a kendo stick, and look at her, wow, she is one of the most beautiful Japanese women I've ever seen. I mean, there's other Japanese women I've ever seen before, like like an Asuka, Akari Sane, Io Shirai, Io Shirai, and among others. Not gonna name drop all of them, but this woman, Hikaru Shida, my God, she is freaking beautiful. And then you have Rio Abi, and the way I compare her, she's like Japanese version of Bailey, except she's not doing the whole smiling thing. But I didn't know she was doing this whole smiling thing, if I can remember. But I just remember seeing how adorable she can be, and how fun and loving she could be. And on top of that, she was taking a lot of some crazy bumps from her opponents and all that. She could take a bump. She could take a punishment. She can take it, man. And she's small. Don't know how small she is, but she looks like she's a little person, compared to her opponents in the match. But yeah, she was pretty good in the match. In fact, let me see how tall she is. Can't find the height right now. It's whatever. But anyways, she was pretty good. She was wearing a skirt. Obviously underneath, she's got wrestling tights underneath, but still, she was really pretty good. And then get to our Ryu Mizunami, which she came out. She had a mustache on. She had it and the pants, the white pants, that has some typical designs on it too. Basically, she was channeling Freddie Mercury from Queen. And in the match, she was doing the whole, well, I will do a stop right now, but in fact, let me try to do that right now. The whole, we will rock you. We will rock you. Yeah, and the crowds were doing it too. They were doing the clap and stomp, the double clap and one stomp, and actually the double. I mean that's what I meant. I meant to say, folks, the double stomp and clap. The stomp clap, stomp clap. That's what I meant. That's what I meant. Not the clap stomp. I meant the stomp clap. That's what I meant to say. It pertains to the rhythm of we will rock you, because it's all about Queen. Double or Nothing was loving the Queen vibe on and it was amazing. Because it's all about having fun. At the end of the day, it's all about having fun. We will rock you, because we are the champions. No time for losers, because we are the champions. Keep yourself alive. Keep yourself alive. Take you to my high of money, maybe you'll survive. Keep yourself alive. Keep yourself alive. Can anybody find me somebody to love? Under pressure, push it down on me. Under pressure, you don't waste no time at all. Don't hear the bell, but you answer the bar. Close to you, Neptune and so yeah. While we're waiting for the hammer to fall. While we're waiting for the hammer to fall. One vision, one fried chicken. Yeah, and that was actually a part of the lyrics, by the way, of One Vision. And it's a kind of magic, the rage that lasts 1,000 years will soon be gone. Magic. It's magic. Just saying. Alright, I'm gonna stop now. I'm sorry, folks. I got carried away there. But yeah, my point is, it's wrestling. You need to have fun in wrestling. This is what we need in wrestling. There's no need to be miserable about wrestling. It's all about having fun. It's having a good time. Have a good time, good time. Don't stop me, don't stop me. We're having a good time. Don't wanna stop at all. La 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 la. Just saying. But anyways, but back to the match though. Sorry about that, folks. But yeah, Aja Kong though. She can still go. Yeah, she's no longer in her prime. She's not what she used to be, but she can still go. Yuka Zaki. Don't know much from her, but I thought she looked a good match though too as well. And then you have Emi Sakura. I thought she was pretty decent match too. But basically, this match was all going all out basically. It was a good six-woman tag team match. Now I'm gonna get to the one part that was a botch. The timekeeper thought it was a 3 count, and he rang the bell for the heels, and like what the hell? And then basically the crowds were giving the timekeeper crap for that, rightfully so though. And like, timekeeper, what the hell are you doing? It's not your job to ring the bell. It's the referee's job to ring the bell when the referee says the match is over. Then you get the call. You get the call from the referee to ring the bell. So that was a botch there. So in the end, it was Hikura Shida. Her team won the match. And again, it was a good match. I enjoyed this match from top to bottom. And despite the botch from the timekeeper, that didn't hurt the match though. And to me, this match was still good either way. So in a way, I enjoyed it. Before I move on to what happened next, I gotta see something before I move on to see where's that see that segment comes up next. Because there was a segment on the show here I mentioned. Now I know where it is. Alright, so now we get to the next match, which this ends up being one of the best match next to the tag team match, which I'll get to that when I get to it. But this match ends up being the best match between Cody, being accompanied by his wife Brandy Rose, versus the Natural Dustin Rose. Basically, Cody's being the Nightmare Cody. Basically the Nightmare Cody Rose versus the Natural Dustin Rose. This match lasted 22 minutes and 30 seconds. Cody Rose's entrance, he had a throne in the middle of the stage. And, I should mention too, by the way, speaking of the stage looked fantastic, folks. The stage, with two sides, one will have a heel coming through, or I think that's how it's for the heel to come through, and a face to come through here. And the face came through this side, and the heels came from this side. And basically, the way I saw the stage too, when the entrance for the wrestlers to come out, I got some TNA vibes there. Back in the days of TNA Impact, back in the shows when you had AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels, Bobby Roode, Eric Young, Sting, Abyss, Christian Cage, Tomko, Kurt Angle, Samoa Joe, those type of names, Rhino, the War Machine Rhino. It was that type of vibe I got from that entrance. And on top of that, the entrance pertains to the big chips and all that. For a Las Vegas vibe for Double or Nothing. I love the stage. This is the type of stage I want to see in pro wrestling when it pertains to pay-per-views. Unlike the WWE pay-per-views, with their corny stages. But yeah, I love that stage. But back to the entrance with Cody Rhodes, there was a throne that represents Triple H's throne for his WrestleMania entrances, King of Kings. And Cody had he had some kind of coat on, which I thought was pretty cool the way that it looked. I thought it looked pretty cool. I thought he was doing a little bit of a channeling of Freddie Mercury as well. I thought that was the type of thing that he was doing. I guess that either it was or wasn't. Either way, I still enjoyed his entrance coat that he had on. And then Brandon, as they get, basically they walked away from the throne. They get to ringside. Brandon Rose gets the sledgehammer for Cody. Cody gets the sledgehammer. Taking a shot at Triple H, by the way. And the crowds in the arenas were chanting, "Fuck you, Hunter." So Cody goes back to the stage, to the throne. The sledgehammer shot, bam, destroys the throne. Taking a shot at Triple H, and I say to myself, yeah, that's why I love it. Shots fired back to Triple H after that bullshit that he said about the Piss Ant Company of AEW back at the Hall of Fame. Yeah, so fuck you, Triple H, for that. That's Cody Rhodes firing back at you. You shot the fire at AEW for that bullshit, well, AEW can fire the shot right back at you. So then Dustin Rhodes comes out. He's not Goldust. He is just Dustin Rhodes. He's got the half face paint on, looking like the half face of Darth Maul from Star Wars Episode 1, Phantom of the Phantom Menace. And he had a nice outfit too, sleeveless, by the way. And basically we get I think we got Dusty chants. Dusty. Basically, this match was dedicated to the late great American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, for their two sons. And they're getting a match that WWE said to those two guys that those two wrestlers back in WWE, it was not WrestleMania worthy. They were literally told at that time when they were working in WWE at that prison that their match at WrestleMania was not worthy. And in this match, they proved them wrong. To any WWE people in WWE and to any WWE fans that wanted to defend WWE's saying that too, well, AEW, when it pertains to Cody versus Dustin Rhodes, y'all were proven wrong because this was WrestleMania worthy. But you know what? At the same time, they both even said after the match too that after the match that they performed, the way they performed, the way they was booked, and not being cuffed by WWE's booking. They're right. In a way, you're kind of right. This wasn't WrestleMania worthy because guess what? It was better than a WrestleMania worthy match. And they went out there and they poured it all out on the line. Especially Dustin Rhodes, where he's getting busted open very badly. Reminded me of how badly he was bleeding with Ric Flair in TNA and with Eddie Guerrero from 2004 Judgment Day against JBL. A lot of gushy blood from Dustin Rhodes, basically. Brandon Rhodes got involved in the match, by the way, and she was ejected by Earl Hebner of the match. And Brandon Rhodes refused to leave. She kept arguing with Earl Hebner, and then Diamond Dallas Page comes out and gives her the Diamond Cutter. No, just kidding. She didn't get Diamond Cutter. He just carried her out of there, just to get her out of the way. So the match continued on with Cody and Dustin. Basically, Cody was being the heel in this match, by the way. He was the heel in the match. So. That's why Brandon Rhodes was doing that, the whole thing with Cody, getting the shortcut over his brother. But match, this was the best match though, folks. It reminded me of an old school vibe out of these two. Represents to 80s wrestling, 90s wrestling, that type of wrestling. I enjoy it, and they brought it here in AEW in this generation, in this modern day, and I enjoyed it. In the end, Cody ends up winning with the Crossroads and gets the win. And like I said, it was the best match I've seen so far. Like I said, other matches were good, but this match took it to a whole new level. And when it pertains to Dustin Rhodes bleeding, you didn't need a referee putting some gloves on. You didn't need any doctors coming out there with some towels, or wipe the blood off, like WWE does. Just let it be what it can be. Let pro wrestling be what it should be. A fight. Make it look real. Make it look legit. Make it look natural. And it was. Make it look organic. Bring back the old school of wrestling. And that's what I saw there. So, after the match, Dustin was lacing his boots off. Cody gets in the ring and says, no, it's not going down that way. He cuts a promo to Dustin, to his brother. You know, and maybe pull it up if it's here, to see if it is there. I'll go for me to say it for word to word. Okay, here we go. He tells his brother he doesn't get to retire tonight. He says, thank you, Dustin. And actually, the crowd's chanting, thank you, Dustin. I meant to say, excuse me. He says, but Cody says, he got something for Dustin to do. He mentioned something about Fight for the Fallen, which is going to be on July. Another preview for AEW. He says for Fight for the Fallen, he put down his name and a partner of his choosing against the Young Bucks, and he says he doesn't need a partner or he doesn't need a friend. He needs his older brother. So and Cody starts turning up. Dustin starts turning up. And no one cannot lie in the audience too, by the way. No one in the audience cannot lie about this. I'm pretty sure they turned up too. Just like I turned up when Cody Rhodes said that to Dustin Rhodes, to his own brother, that he needs his older brother. And obviously they did it for their dad, the late great American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. And then they hug. And basically, Dustin Rhodes agreed to be his not just to be his partner or his friend, but to be his older brother to go up against the Young Bucks. Excuse me, folks. Oh my God, I'm tearing up again. Oh my God. Oh, sorry about that, folks. I got emotional again. So yeah, Cody Rhodes did not want Dustin Rhodes to retire. So Dustin Rhodes, I meant to say Dustin Rhodes. Cody does not want his brother to retire, Dustin. So Dustin's going to stick around. Good. And Dustin Rhodes, I love what he said after the show was over to Vince. He said, Vince better watch his ass because AEW is coming. They're rising up. And they're going to take over the wrestling world. They're going to bring back the rest of the revolution of professional wrestling again. They're going to make pro wrestling great again. So, there you go. Now, before we get to the next match, we get to a segment where it pertains to our, unveiling the AEW World Championship belt. And originally, it was supposed to be Ric Flair. But unfortunately, Ric Flair, because of his health issues, he couldn't make it. He couldn't even make it to the Starrcast that he was supposed to be a part of. Where it was supposed to be the roast of Ric Flair. So they had to scrap him off because he can't make it, unfortunately. So instead, they got the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be, who was one of the best world champions in pro wrestling history, Bret the Hitman Hart. He came out and he confirmed that Adam Page is going to be facing the winner of who it's going to be between Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho, where it's going to happen in the future to crown their first ever inaugural AEW World Champion. So he brings out Adam Page. Adam Page makes his way out the ring, shakes the hand of Bret Hart. He gets on a microphone, but he gets interrupted by MJF, which is it's Maxwell Jacob Friedman, who's in the Battle Royal, who's the runner-up against Hangman Page from that 21 Casinos Battle Royale. So he basically comes out there and he cuts a promo and he says, "Bret, watch out! There's a fan behind you. Our fan's coming." Like, oh no, he didn't. No, he didn't. Took a shot at Bret Hart. What happened to him at the Hall of Fame? The Hall of Fame with the asshole fan attacking Bret Hart. So yeah, but this is MJF's gimmick though. He's an asshole, and he lives the gimmick too. Not just in wrestling, but outside the gimmick, he lives the gimmick, and I appreciate that. So yeah, MJF, he is one of the best heels. He's one of the best talkers. One of the best characters I've seen pertains to pro wrestling. One of the best dressers I've seen. He's got a nice suit. He's got a nice scarf. He's basically channeling like a EC3, The Miz, and Alberto Del Rio, and a little bit of Gino Hernandez. That's the type of vibe I got from MJF. He is that damn good. So yeah, he got some heat. He's doing a hell of a job of getting massive heat as a heel, and as he should, because we need more of those type of heels in pro wrestling to get that type of heat. So yeah, Bret Hart was just standing there smiling and all that, basically no selling him and all that, which I do enjoy that though. So basically, he says, to everyone, you pay your tickets to see me, so shut up. And he tells Adam Page, about your horse, that can't be the face of a company like AEW. So you should just let go of your title opportunity, and just give it to me, because I deserve it and everything. You don't deserve it and all that. Also, we get Jungle Boy coming out to confront MJF, and then all of a sudden, he tried to get away, MJF, but then Jimmy Havoc comes out, and he confronts MJF, and then Adam Page confronts MJF. Basically, MJF was being outnumbered and surrounded by Hangman Page, Jimmy Jacob, and Jungle Boy, and all three of them start beating him up, and then Jungle Boy and Jimmy Havoc beats up MJF out to the crowd, and then also we get to Bret Hart. He finally gets to reveal the belt. And that AEW World Championship belt, holy shit, that's a big gold championship belt that I love. And here it is. So folks, I was trying to show you the belt, but I did a better way to do it anyways, because since this video is going to be long anyways, because I went way too long when it pertains to the whole Queen song and everything I was doing. I decided to do something a little different where it pertains to it. Hopefully it does show you it too, by the way, where it pertains to me doing the doing the editing. So hopefully you'll see that part of it. Hopefully it doesn't mess up when that happens. So because I was trying to focus it, but it was getting blurry as I kept trying to focus it, but it wasn't working at all. So I apologize for that. So, but hopefully by the way I did it, the way I just did it, you had a good look at it. So, but yeah, that's all I gotta say. But but how I saw the belt, I thought it looked beautiful. I thought it looked great, awesome. It's better than the AEW Championship belts that they got right now with the big W, the Universal belt, the WWE belt, the women's belts, the 24/7 belt, garbage. The Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, defends their AAA World Tag Team Championship in 24 minutes and 55 seconds against the Lucha Brothers, which is Pentagon Jr., who's got Zero, Miedo, and Ray Phoenix. This match was, next to Cody Rhodes and Dustin Rhodes, another best match on the show. The best tag team match that I could ever watch on AEW. I enjoyed it. The Young Bucks are that good in tag team matches. Even the Lucha Brothers are that damn good in tag team matches too as well. Man, this tag team match was going all out. Obviously, they were all flipping flips in the match too and all, but doesn't matter. These type of guys, these guys are meant to do flipping flips in any type of matches. That's what they live for. Pentagon Jr., Ray Phoenix, Matt and Nick Jackson, they are flipping flip wrestlers, but in tag team matches, they can make the tag team matches yeah, they can make tag team matches work where it pertains to them doing flippy flips. And that's the one thing I will enjoy. And yes, I know this ain't my real hair, but still, I got at the same time you got to straighten it out too, where it pertains to any knots. But anyways, yeah, this match was incredible. A lot of cool spots I've seen in the match, especially where it pertains to the to a move that I haven't seen for a long time, because it pertains to Sami Zayn, with him being El Generico. Make sure I remember the name of it. It was something that Nick Jackson did, like a move off the top rope. I can't remember what was called at the time. Well, it's still called that. Oh yeah, it was like a brain buster. I'm sorry, it was not Nick Jackson. It was actually Matt Jackson. Excuse me, Matt Jackson did that. Matt Jackson did a brain buster on top of the turnbuckle, which is one of Sami Zayn's moves when he was El Generico. Of course, now with Sami Zayn in WWE, he can't do that move, because one thing, you can't do brain busters in WWE because they banned that move. But on NXT they could do that. But at the same time, you have Austin Aries on that show on NXT, and his move was the Lance Chancery as his finishing move, and the Roman elbow, the discus elbow, which I think they call it, or the forearm, which they call it the discus firearms, like that. I don't know, but anyways, but the point is, you barely see a brain buster move happening anyways in WWE, but outside of WWE, you can see that happening. And in this match, Matt Jackson did the El Generico's move, the brain buster on the turnbuckle, nasty spot onto Ray Phoenix. By the way, Ray Phoenix took the spot, amazing spot, but that did not finish the match though. What finished the match though was the Young Bucks going for the Missile Driver, which I still call it the Indie Taker, and they pin Phoenix and get 3 count wins. So your winners and still the AEW World Tag Team Champions, the Young Bucks. And I'm like, oh wow, I didn't see that coming. I expected the Lucha Brothers to win back the belts here, but that's not the case at all. But at the same time, Young Bucks need to win anyways, because they are going to be built up strongly for the next pay-per-view in July, basically, in 2 months, basically, where it pertains to the Brotherhood versus the Young Bucks. So they got to build that match up for to make to do some build up strongly, because it's going to be, I'm gonna call right now, the Rose Brothers, or the Brotherhood, whichever one to call them, the Brotherhood versus the Young Bucks. I guarantee that's going to be one of the best tag team matches that we're going to be seeing on July. I guarantee it, and I cannot wait for it. But yeah, either way, with Young Bucks winning, I actually prefer the Lucha Brothers, but I still love the match though. I still enjoy the match. Young Bucks won the match. I was too pleased. It was all I ever wanted in tag team match. It's what tag team match is all about. Something that WWE doesn't know about. And finally, the main event. Now, I don't have to do anything for this one, folks, but hopefully this will come out with this one. So, before I do that, may first say, the match up next was Chris Jericho versus Kenny Omega. Basically, it's Alpha versus Omega 2. It lasted 27 minutes. And this will be to determine the winner to face Hangman Page in the future to crown the first ever AEW World Champion. And I want to say something too before I talk about Chris Jericho or pertains to his entrance. I just want to say, when I did the preview, I thought it was going to be basically what pertains to Chris Jericho versus Kenny Omega. I thought it was going to be for the belt. I thought it was going to be for the championship, but that wasn't the case at all. I thought it was going to be for the championship belt, but it was just to win them. Basically, what they did, it was a mini tournament here for the Battle Royale, and then for the main event, where the winner of those basically the winner of those respective matches will face each other for the title. That's what it was. and I'm assuming that they're gonna say that for the big up and coming pay-per-view in August, which they did announce. AEW All Out in Chicago, Illinois. That's gonna happen, folks, and it should happen on that night for the title belt. Now, and so yeah, so basically, from since the preview I did, I thought it was for the world title belt between Jericho and Omega, and that wasn't the case at all. So I apologize for that. That was my mistake. I got my information wrong there, so I apologize. Now, Chris Jericho, his entrance. His entrance was pretty cool. It was Chris Jericho. It was some guy looking like Chris Jericho. Obviously, and then show him looking at Chris Jericho, but still, Chris Jericho, the Lionheart version of Chris Jericho doing the pose of break the walls down, and then another Jericho, what pertains to the list of Jericho with the clipboard, and then another Jericho with doing the break the walls down pose again, this time with the light up jacket, and then the real Chris Jericho came out. With him, the alpha Chris Jericho, with his jacket, with his scarf, with his fedora hat, and here it is. Okay, again, folks, I apologize for that because again, it was not focusing, it was blurring and all that. So I apologize for that. But hopefully, with the editing touch I did there, hopefully you did see it very good. Hopefully you did. And if you didn't, I apologize again. But trying to do the best I can. So, but anyways, but there you go. So, and then we get Kenny Omega with his entrance, with his outfit, with the one wing he had, and then basically one sleeve, and then when the other side with no sleeve. I thought that was cool. Kenny Omega, yeah, the best bout machine. So match itself between the two. This was like an old school vibe match between Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega. Obviously, there were some match, some good brawling in and outside the ring. At one point, Kenny Omega is suffering a broken nose in the match. I don't know when that happened, but yeah, Kenny Omega is suffering a broken nose. He started bleeding. Wasn't that bad, but hey, at least they continued the match. Unlike what WWE did with Samoa Joe when he had a broken nose against Rey Mysterio Jr. from Money in the Bank, and they decided to just end the match very quickly. But that's not here or there. But this match, I enjoyed it. Match for what it was. Kenny Omega doing the knee trick, the V trick, and all that. At one point, Omega, it was either Kenny Omega or it was Chris Jericho went through a table, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just double check. And the table they used, it was a table from New Japan Pro Wrestling. But let me double check if it was that, if it was that table. Which one of them went through that table? But they didn't use the table though. When it comes to Omega doing a double foot stomp on Jericho, with a table on top of Jericho, which I thought was nasty there. But the table was set up though for later on, for one of the two to go through. I'm trying to remember who it was though. Okay. Okay, so Omega looks to do a move, but Jericho gives him a back body drop outside the ring, do a table that was set up outside the ring. So it was Omega who went to a table. So it was Omega who took the table spot. And then we get some more moves from Omega with the V trigger, and Jericho. He went for his code breaker at one point. He went for a lion salt at one point. He went for the lion salt at one point. And then the lion tamer, I meant to say, and Omega kicked out of the code breaker. Omega kicked out of the lion tamer. He skipped the lion tamer. He kicked out of the lion saw, Chris Jericho also, he kept kicking out of the V trigger and all that, and then Jericho, blocked the tempo of V trigger. So Chris Jericho hits the claw breaker, and then goes for his new finishing move, which is called the Juice Effect, which is the spinning back elbow, which was his left elbow, I believe it was. And he caught Kenny Omega with it, and he gets 3 count in the win. So your winner, Chris Jericho, the Ayatollah of rock and roller. Chris Jericho wins. After the match, Chris Jericho cuts a promo, to celebrate his win by telling the fans that they were booing to shut up, basically, and says that Chris Jericho is AEW, and he says that, to all your marks and everything and blah blah blah, like whatever, and he was like, this AEW is not for you, AEW is for Chris Jericho, just, so he said you fans should be thanking me, and AEW should be thanking me, Tony Khan should be thanking me and everything, and all of a sudden we hear a commotion going on in the crowd, and sure enough, we see the former Dean Ambrose from WWE, Jon Moxley, coming out, and the crowds went nuts. The crowds went wild. They were so loud, like I never heard them so loud before when it pertains to the Dean Ambrose character, because when Jon Moxley came out there, they went nuts for Jon Moxley appearing there. I'm like, wow, WWE, you fucked up. You fucked up what you did with Dean Ambrose, and I look at him right now. He is Jon Moxley, out of prison, no longer handcuffed. He's free to do whatever he wants. He's in AEW. He signed a multi-year contract with AEW, and he's also doing something for New Japan Pro Wrestling, folks. One of my favorite promotions, New Japan Pro Wrestling. He's doing something with them. WWE, you fucked up. And based on what I heard what Dean Ambrose said on Talk Is Jericho podcast, I can't wait to talk about that, folks, when I get my chance to do that review. And that's gonna be one of my random topics. I cannot wait. I'm pretty sure you already heard about it already, but y'all want to hear a lot of people's thoughts about Dean Ambrose, Jon Moxley, aka Dean Ambrose, about his time in WWE. I cannot wait to talk about that. So Jon Moxley comes out and he confronts Chris Jericho. He gets him the dirty deeds. He gives referee Paul Turner the dirty deeds. Then he tries to go for Kenny Omega, but Kenny Omega fights him off, and they start fighting outside the ring and then into the crowd. They get to the stage. Jon Moxley gets the better of Kenny Omega, gets him the dirty deeds, DDT, on the big chips, the big poker chips, and then he gets him on his shoulder, and Jon Moxley does the AA, or should I say the standing fireman's carry to Omega off the chips to the stage, goes to the stage, and Jon Moxley stands tall, with the crowds going nuts for Jon Moxley arriving at AEW. And that was the end of the show, folks. Holy shit. This show, AEW succeeded its expectation. This show was amazing. This show was great. This show was unbelievable. This show was amazing. I want to see more. AEW this year, I'm looking forward to AEW more than Raw and SmackDown. Fuck Raw, fuck SmackDown. I am done with those shows. No more reviews of those shows. No more me watching those shows. No more watching those shows anymore. I am done with Raw, SmackDown. AEW is coming. I'll still watch 205 Live. I will still watch NXT. I will still watch NXT UK. But that's the farthest I'll go where it is watching WWE. And also pay-per-views as well. But other than that, fuck Raw, fuck SmackDown, fuck Vince McMahon, fuck Kevin Dunn, fuck Triple H, fuck Stephanie McMahon, fuck Road Dogg. Just saying. But still, wow. This was AEW. at its finest. Pro wrestling is back. Pro wrestling is great again with AEW here. Sure, Impact Wrestling tried. Ring of Honor even tried. And no one does want to pay attention to New Japan. No one does want to pay attention to New Japan Pro Wrestling because it's not in America, which is I think is stupid. Reason why you're not giving that chance because it's in Japan. Who cares? It's still fucking wrestling. And on top of that, you can buy the New Japan World to watch New Japan Pro Wrestling. What's your excuse? Oh, I want to spend money for WWE only. Whatever. But yeah, AEW Double or Nothing, and of what I'm hearing, this ain't gonna be the only time they're gonna do Double or Nothing. They're gonna do another one. They're gonna do another Double or Nothing next year. This ain't gonna be a one-time deal. It's gonna be more of Double or Nothing pay-per-views for years to come for AEW, and I'm stoked. I can't wait. Oh my god. So, before I get to my overall share of the show, maybe first talk about the highlights of the nights what pertains to AEW Double or Nothing. Alright, so here we go. Highlights for what pertains to the highlights of the night. Swerve of the night goes to Brandy Rose announcing that she was teasing to be in the match from the three-way match between Kylie Ray, Britt Baker, and Nyla Rose. As she announced Awesome Kong being the one to be in the match to make it a four-way match. Moment of the night, Jon Moxley shows up making his AEW debut. Entrance of the night, Cody destroys Triple H's King of Thrones, the King of King Thrones, basically, which I enjoy. Taking a shot at Triple H. Fuck Triple H. Move of the night, Matt Jackson's Brainbuster on the top turnbuckle, paying homage and shades to El Generico, aka Sami Zayn. Finisher of the night, Cody's Crossroads. Performance of the night, Rey Fenix. And match of the night goes to Cody versus Dustin Rhodes. And my overall showing of the show of AEW Double or Nothing, I'm going to go 9 out of 10. Great show all around. And great pay-per-view. It's all about the wrestling. And I enjoyed everything on the show. I would give it a 10 out of 10, but there were some ups and downs. There were some downs on the show, but not a lot of downs. Just a few downs. But there were a lot of ups of the show that is positive. So AEW is here. It ain't going nowhere. And when it shows up on TNT, I'm going to be tuned in all weekly. Fuck WWE's Raw. Fuck WWE's SmackDown. Period. So that being said, folks, I am done. So thank you all for watching. For It's the Natural Born Thriller, saying peace on the streets. For this was your first ever All Elite Wrestling review pertains to AEW Double or Nothing from May 25th, 2019.